Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about random access files. So we have two type of file. First one is direct access files, or first one is sequential access file, and then direct access files. Direct access files are also known as random access files, means they will directly hit to a particular location from which location you want to fetch the details. For example, your file have 5 records and directly you want to go to the record number 3. So these type of files are known as direct access files or random access files. And then from record number 3 you want to come back to record number 1, and then you want to go to record number 4 likewise. And then sequential access files, we have discussed till now the text files, whatever we have discussed. Sequential access files are where you can proceed only in the sequence, one by one, record number 1, then 2, then 3. You cannot jump to a particular location, or you cannot come back to a particular location. So why there is a need of random access files? Because on real-time applications requires immediate response. For example, you want to respond a customer query about a bill sequencing through records for account is time intensive. For example, let's say you are customer number 5 and you want to check about your bill. So it will not, so you are customer number 500 and you want to check about your bills. So shopkeeper will check from starting from customer number 1 and directly he can go to your bill. So that's why we need, in real world application, we need random access file. Random means immediate access. It means real time need. Directly read from or write to a desired record. That's we have discussed. So in this video we will see how to access random access files. And this is some definition. The random access files contains the same read, write, close methods as input and output streams. Also contains seek function. I told you what is the property of seek function in the earlier video. If you have not watched, go to the binary file one. And that lets you select a beginning position with the file before reading or writing the data. It includes capabilities for reading and writing. So you can read to a random access files. From a random access file, you can write to a random access file. With a random access file, you can seek to the desired position and read and write an amount of byte. You can go to a particular position. For example, you have 10 records. Now you want to add a record number 11, but you want to add this record at position number 6. So it means all after position number 5 or record should be shifted. So in random access files, yes, we can do it. Likewise, let's write a program using random access files. So let's say we have a same class is person, and this class has 2 private members, name and age. And then this class has 2 public functions, just to set the values and print the values. So set data, it has 2 parameters, name, age, and just write the definition for this. This name is equal to name. This age is equal to age. And this class has another function, get data, just to print the value. So cout name is equal to name, and end line, then age is equal to age, and go to the next line. So this is same simple class definition with 2 variables. So now we can write the class. So first write a file, and that should be a binary file. When we are talking about random access files, it means we will use read and write function, and we will go for a binary file. So let's say first declare an object of class person. Let's say object is P, and then name and age, and then age, and just input name and age. So cout input name and age, and just name and age. Now let's say we want to write a file. So let's open an Office Stream object, and let's say object name is out, and okay, I forgot semicolon here. Now let's say out.open, and you open a binary, we open a binary file, out.open, and let's say file name is my file, and this my file should be open in binary mode, and also it should be in append mode, because every time we do not want a new file, we want to add some records. So ios add. Now let's say first we write using set data. First we assign values using set data. So p dot, okay, I forgot semicolon here, p dot set data and name comma age, and then let's say we want to write it to the file. So we will write it to the file out dot write function char asterisk, we will give, sorry, there should be a bracket, we will give address of p, and there should be size of p or person, size of person. Close it, and then that's it. We will close the object, out dot close. Okay, so now let's add some record to this file first. Okay, so let's add 5 records, one at a time. Or what we can do, if we want to add 5 records, we can put it in a loop also. How? Like, take a character, let's say char is ch, and then we can say cout enter y or capital Y if you want to add records. Okay, and then let's say while ch is equal to small y or ch is equal to, it should be an equal to operator, capital Y. So we will do p dot set data, and then write. So it means we will call input output here, control V, there should be, and initially we will input ch here first time, and after that we will input it inside the loop. Okay, so this is to add more than one record. This loop I put just to add more than one record. Simply I write my file name, and simply Y or capital Y if you want to add record. We will see in input ch, and once we input this ch, okay, now there is no need of it here. So let's cut it, and then we will input name, age, and we will write it to the file. Again it will ask until unless you enter some other character. So let's run it first. Let's run it, and let's add 3 or 4 record to the file. So let's say small y, yes, now it will ask name and age. Let's say ABC and 12. Again Y, XYZ and 25. Again Y, PQR and 56. Again Y, and let's say LMN and 72. And when it will ask, I will enter some other character. So it will exit the loop. So now we have 5 records, ABC 12, XYZ 25, PQR 56 and LMN 72. So it means 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 records. Okay, so now because we have opened the file in append mode, so whenever we will open, it will open in append mode. So let's say now we want to read from this file. So if you want to read from the file what you want, you have to declare an object of ifstream class. Okay, and let's say object name is in, and this in will open the same file, and our file name is my file, and it will be in binary mode. You can give it, you can specify the mode, otherwise it will open the same file. So binary, that's it. Now let's say you want to go to a particular location. Okay, you do not want to read the complete file. What you want, if you enter 2, so record number 2 should be open. If you enter 3, so record number 3 should be open. So it's just an example that how you can use seek and tell functions to go to a particular location. So now let's say I say in dot seekg, because seekg is just to move to a position, particular position. And if I say 0, IOS end, so IOS end means reference position and 0 is the byte number. So when I say 0, IOS end, it means my input pointer will move. Input pointer will move 0 bytes from the end. So when I say 0 bytes from the end, it means now input pointer is at the end. So it means now it is at the end. It cannot read because you don't have any record. So if you start reading, you will get some. So now we want to go some particular position. So let's say int, we declare a variable and my variable is int end position. So in end position, in this variable, I want to store how many bytes are there in the file. So how many bytes are there in the file, because my input pointer is at the end. So if I ask from tellg, so tellg, because tellg always gives you the position of input pointer and input pointer is at the end of file. So through tellg, I could get number of bytes in my file. So now this will give us number of bytes in the file. Now we have number of bytes in the file, and so now if you have number of byte in the file, and if you have to know that which what is the number of records. Every record has some bytes, and how we can get the byte of an object, using size of function, size of object. So if I declare n here and I say end position divided by size of person, so it means I divided total number of bytes divided by number of byte taken by one object. So it means it will give us number of objects or number of records, that how many records we have. Okay, so it will give us number of records. So now let's enter that int number and you input that which object you want to read. Cout, enter the number which you want to read. Enter the record number which you want to read. You want to read. So we will input first. So let's say cin number. So let's say we want to read second record. So we have to set it before second. So if you want to read second record, so your pointer should be at the end of first record, so that when it will start reading, it will read the second record. So now let's say you have another variable int position, and this position will be just to set your input pointer, and your position will be n-1, because if you want to go to the read to the third record, it starts from 0 asterisk So here we will check, just because we have entered the number, this number represents that which up to which record, which number of record you want to access. You want to access third record, second record, which record you want to access. So in position, or by mistake I write this, should be number -1, because it's in the file it will start from 0, and size of person. So it means it will start from that particular byte, and when we will multiply to size of person, it means it will, like for example, one object take 4 bytes. So it will start from, like you say, number is equal to 4. So it means it will start from 3, and 3 into 4, 12th byte. So it will, position will be 12th byte. It means we have to set our read pointer at the byte number 12. So now after this, you can, now our pointer will be here. Now you can read it. Okay, now you can read it. Read in dot read char asterisk %p comma size of person, and just a minute, size of person, and then you could do p dot get data. So let's check it. So already we have 4 records. So already we have 4 records. So let's say we do not want to enter any other record. So enter the number of record. Let's say we want to read second record. Just a minute. I think I did some mistake. I should, yes, because after finding the position, I should set our input pointer, seek G pointer to that position. So seek G, and this seek G should be to this position. Then only it will read from this position. Otherwise, whatever we did, but our seek G is at the end. So it is reading from the end. So now let's say, and then we should close also, in dot close. Let's run it. So we do not want to enter any other record, and say we want to read record number 2. So record number 2 is XYZ, age is 25. If you remember, number 1 was ABC. Now let's check it again. Let's say we do not want to enter, we want to read 1, ABC 12. So this will help you to find out the position, at which position or which number of record you want to read. And after going to that record, just set your seek position, because this earlier I forgot to set this. It means now this seek G will be position. And what is position? Position will be, first we enter the number of records. So it will be before that number of bytes, like for, that's why I write number -1 into size of person. So let's say one person take 4 bytes. So let's say we want to add second record. So 1 into 4. So it will be at the 4 bytes. So second record will be start from the 4 byte. And why we did it? Because we want to read to a particular record. So let's take a quick revision of this, because this is about this, program is about to access random access files. So simply we write a class name was person, and this has 2 private members, name and age, and public functions, set data and get data. There is nothing special, because now you people are used to writing classes, so I am not going to revise in details. And then inside main, what we did, we want to access a particular location. So first we write the file, we open the file in binary and append mode, and until unless you tell the compiler that yes, you means it will add multiple records. Until unless you want to exit, it will keep on reading. So for that purpose, we take a character and y, until unless we will input y for this character, it will keep inputting name and age. And after that, as soon as we enter some other character than y, it will exit, and this off stream object will be closed. Now, whatever we have to do, we have to, yes, do it at the end. So first we open the file. So we know that whenever you open the file, it will, in read mode, it will be opened from the first. But we want to know that how many bytes are there. So how many bytes are there? When we go to the end, when your input pointer reach to the end, it will give you number of end bytes, so it means it will give you how many bytes are there. So in.seekg 0, iosn. So this statement will move input pointer will move 0 bytes from the end. 0 byte from the end means it will stay at the end position. Then we want to know that how many bytes are there. So we take a variable end position in.telg, because we already set our pointer at the end. So telg gives us number of bytes. How many means number of byte at which input pointer is. So it will give you end position. Then how many number of records, total number of records will be, means how many bytes are in total divided by how many bytes are taken by one object. So it will give us number of records. Now we will enter, input the number. We will ask from the user that which record you want to enter. So whatever record that user want to enter, this in position will give number -1 into size of person. So it will give you the position that where your input pointer should be to read that particular record. So now through seekg we will set our pointer to this position and then we will keep on reading. Okay, so this you could do. You could read multiple records if you put this in number. If you put this thing into a loop, keep on inputting that which number of record you want to input. So it will keep on giving you. So this was about how to write a random access files. So in the next video we will check that how to delete data from a particular position from the random access file. Can we change file name also using our program? Everything is possible. In next video we are going to discuss all these things.